well, weirder than usual.
Yeah. I mean, Arcanists have suffered. I mean, they've had to remain undercover from the One True Fate for a long time. So yeah.
I think maybe an end goal would be just to start his own city or like his own establishment of where Arcanists can flourish.
You gonna join us, Omari?
I'll try mine.
Why would yours be different from mine?
Because it generates it differently each time.
Mine's that AVVFCKK is supposed to be a permanent server.
Oh right, yeah. I sent a temporary link. It changes every time though. I think.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello?
Omari. Okay,
Hey,
so
what's up? Sorry.
right, so here's where we're at. The heroes were approached in Odile by this priest of Harlangen, who notified them of a population of hag spawn somewhere up here in the northwest Dimgaard that is kidnapping human women and reproducing with them against their will, which is weird for hag spawn. Most hag spawn are not able to reproduce, right? They're infertile, like, because they are a genetic combination of hags and humans. But these particular hag spawn,
Yeah, any kind of hybrid.
yeah, there's some sort of a genetic anomaly that can. But the reproduction process is almost always fatal to the girls. They giving birth to a hag spawn is something akin to having an alien just burst through your stomach. Yeah. So we're on our way to rescue these girls. We spent several days traveling. We've been attacked by some blights who are unhappy with Tori for coming after their creators, the hags, and then we had a group of fiends that were not summoned. They were attacking of their own volition for some reason that we managed to survive. And now we find you waiting for us in Davenport, and you can join our little group there.
Awesome. Yeah, sorry about that. Today we had a birthday party and then I got stuck on freeway, so.
Oh, those things happen. You let me know ahead of time, and that's the important thing. That's what I asked for.
Yeah, I tried to kind of like not surprise you guys.
Okay, so we resume our mission with the Paladin Bard back amongst us. Are you Paladin or Bard? Is Michaela Paladin or Bard?
Cleric.
Or Cleric, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a cleric and a bard.
Cleric Bard, that's what it is, okay. All right, so we hop another commercial boat that is heading up the coast of Dimgaard and start heading that way. We travel for 4 or 5 days uneventfully, if anybody wants to do anything during that time.
Do we have our henchmen with us, or they're just doing what they're asked to
They would
do?
have died by now.
They would have been dead by
They're
now.
in Odile.
Yeah, they're waiting in
So they're
Odile.
not Okay, yeah. So I was gonna ask you, are they recruiting the people for our causes?
They will, yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought you rejected them, though. Oh, you said if they could establish a legitimate order, you would accept them. That's right. You wouldn't accept them as a cult, but you would as a legitimate order. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, they'll
order for the slaves and the disenfranchised.
Right. Yes, they can be doing that during the time you're adventuring.
Can I change my hag recipe during that time to accommodate that?
what do you want to change it to?
Well, just so it could work with hag spawn.
Well, that would be an additional. That would require additional research. But yeah, so hag spawn don't have a. I mean, the traits that all hag spawn have is Fey ancestry, and then except for that, they're human. They're variant humans. They're variant humans with Fey ancestry. So you would have to. You'd have to think of something that Fey ancestry would be particularly accommodating towards, in order for it to just work with all hag spawn. Otherwise, you would have to look at the particular hag spawn and see.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I guess I'll just try and learn other ways to. I don't know. Can I just put more research into just item creation in general?
Well, while we're traveling, you don't really have the resources at your disposal. That would require downtime in a city with a library and laboratories to experiment on.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay, so it has been a comfortable trip with the exception of a couple of interruptions. And once the storm was past, the weather has been accommodating and the company is pleasurable. As the sun dips below the horizon, the temperature drops as we are heading further north, and the crew sets in for the night watch. Most of them are off duty and sleeping. They set about lanterns and candles to illuminate the deck, but suddenly a foul odor assaults your nostrils. And that is going to put us into initiative.
Yeah, Mikhail's singing My Bonnie.
My Bonnie. My Bonnie lies over the ocean.
Yeah, but in this case, it's over the sea.
Have you heard what whistling sounds like over microphones? It's horrific.
I'm sorry.
And it seems like 8 of the crew are turning on you.
Good. So how far away from our destination?
Oh, like another 4 or 5 days, probably.
Yeah.
All right. So the crew's around. It looked like they were going about their normal night watch duties, and then suddenly they decided, for whatever reason, to draw their scimitars. Scimitars? Oh, they have. Yeah, scimitars and daggers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come at us.
Is everyone in our group hurt right now? They didn't have a chance to regain their hit points or anything?
Well,
it's gritty realism, so it takes a week for a long rest, and we're all out of hit die.
Yeah. While we're traveling overland, we're under the gritty realism. So a short rest is overnight, and then we will recover everything when we are near our destination. Okay. So the first trader. Moves up. These guys, I think they have anything special.
Dang, what's their dex mod?
They have a +4 dex or initiative modifier. Yeah.
All right.
And then they have okay. So this guy steps up and is going to attack Mikhail. You can ignore the athletics. That's an artifact from it. So a 14 to hit Mikhail. I believe that misses, right?
Correct.
Then he crits for 12 and a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or fall unconscious.
Does he have an advantage?
He does have advantage, yes.
Oh, we're dead.
Well, maybe. So I need a Constitution saving throw. All right, so Mikhail falls unconscious. And then after he's unconscious, he would actually move past Mikhail, and a 15 would miss Velimir.
Yeah.
Okay, so then this one will step up, attack Velimir. 24 to hit Velimir.
No advantage, yeah. That will hit.
Okay. For 8, and then the Constitution saving throw.
Is it poison?
Yeah, actually, yes, it is poison. Yes. I'm sorry. So, yeah, you're immune to that, right? And then a 23 to hit for 4.
Okay.
And then an 18 for 7.
I'll shield that.
Okay. All right, so then on 8, I need a Constitution saving throw from everybody. And it is, let me see.
Is this also poison?
Yeah, this is also poison.
So much. This amulet has saved my life many a time now.
Twice, sometimes. I don't know why it does that.
Okay. Save. Everybody saves. I need one from Mikhail as well.
He's already unconscious.
Yeah,
okay.
but he still gets his Constitution saving throw. Okay, let me see. That may have failed. I think it's a 13. Let me look.
Yeah, I just came into TPK.
I mean,
Looks like you should have missed it.
so you should realize by now that a lot of times these things are set up to look really scary, but yeah, we usually find a way out of them, right?
I had 2 hit points.
Not right now because I'm unconscious and I have the most hit points.
Where is poison? I thought it was 258. It's not. Let's see.
I need to see what creatures polymorph works on.
Does anyone know the page for poison right off the top of their head? Traps.
Poison rock?
258. I thought that's right.
Is it this now?
What kind of poison?
Well, we don't know that just yet. There it is. Okay.
What page are you on?
Okay, so actually, all right, so that Constitution fails, and Mikhail takes 8 points of poison damage, but that will also wake you up. So Mikhail is now awake. This one will step up and attack Velimir.
Since I took damage, do I get a save?
There's no save. You just automatically wake up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a form of drow poison, so it knocks you unconscious until someone takes an action or you take damage. Yes. Does a 24 hit Velimir?
Yeah, I'm at 23.
Okay, so
The shield. Unconscious.
So Velimir goes unconscious.
No, actually, I'm going to do the cutting
Your
words.
shield's still up.
Yeah, like I said, I'm 23 with a shield.
Oh wait, I
okay.
think Mikhail's going to cutting orange you. Yeah. Right, so that will miss. Okay, so then this one.
Because I'm up, right?
Yeah, you're awake. Yeah.
Yeah.
You took damage. The unconscious just goes away. You were no longer asleep. Just going to step up and attack Tori. Got armor class 21 to hit Tori.
I'm going to be unconscious on the first hit.
Okay. And then you will
What spells do you have?
step over here
Me?
to attack
Nothing
Alan.
that's useful.
15 misses Alan. A 24, I think it's Alan, right?
Yep.
For 4 piercing and then a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
All right.
And for polymorph.
I'm unconscious.
It was unconscious.
Would you be okay with scaling up CR for the beasts?
Yeah, I would be okay with that. Yeah, I do that a lot. So yeah, as long as it's within 1 or 2. Right. So that was that one.
Oh, okay. That's a bit
So
different.
we got 2 people down now?
Well, Alan is unconscious from poison.
Wait. Oh, I get to. Never mind. I get to roll a d4 from resistance. So
So you're not
I'm not
unconscious.
unconscious.
Okay. So you are not unconscious. You are still with us. This one will step up and I guess he would attack the prone guy. Well, no, I guess he would.
Prone.
He has advantage anyway, so yeah, doesn't matter. He'll attack Mikhail. Armor class 20.
You wouldn't hit anyway.
Yeah, armor class 24 to hit Mikhail. Then armor class 22, and then I'm sure 11's miss.
No, 24 would have killed.
And then we're going to need a couple of DC 15 Constitution saving throws from Mikhail. Or actually, I guess we need 1. Yeah. Right, and then another one. Yeah. And this is against poison, if that makes any difference. Oh, and actually, I'm sorry. They can only that can only proc once on their turn. So ignore the second one. Yeah. Okay. And Alan, what is your passive perception?
Passive perception should be. I had to. My internet's being a little dork, and I had to reconnect, so I didn't take me able to bring it up. But I have 14 wisdom and I'm proficient, so I'm pretty sure it's 17.
Okay. So with a 17, you will notice that amongst the candles that are scattered around the, let me see where it's going to be located. One of the candles seems to be burning with an eerie light, like about right here.
Where?
You draw it. Yeah. One of the candles right there is not glowing the same as the other ones.
All right.
What is your passive arcana, if you don't mind me asking?
Me? I'm not proficient, and I have 10 in intelligence, so 10.
That's what I figured, yeah. So it looks different. It's noticeably different to you with a 17 passive perception, but you're not sure how exactly. And it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna step to the side, drop my swords, draw my bow,
Well, that's going to provoke
and
from
shoot
this
the
guy.
can. Oh wait, from who?
It's going to provoke.
Oh, then I'll step to. I won't step to the side. Can I shoot it from here? After I do, or does it have? All right. Then drop my swords, draw my bow, and using the guided strike from Hidos, I'm going to. Oh, what is it? Here we go. Try to shoot it overboard.
Oh, you're going to try to shoot the candle?
Yep.
Okay. So the arrow penetrates it, and drives it overboard. I'm all right with that.
Plus 19? How the heck did you get plus 19?
Oh yeah,
Guided strike.
Oh yeah, that's right. Once per day, he can add 10 to an attack roll. That's one attack from Alan. Anything else from Alan?
Does it end anything? Are they still nuts, or do they look like they calm down?
No, they still seem intent on attacking you.
All right, then I'll shoot that guy for another one. All right, well, here's the attack roll. I'm still lagging. I can't access my character sheet, but that's a 25. That should hit.
Do you have a reason you're not at disadvantage when attacking next to someone in melee?
Oh, next to somebody? Okay, then roll again. 19 still should
that
hit.
Still hits, yeah.
All right. 1d8 plus roll damage. $14 damage.
That's good damage. Anything else from Alan?
I'll end my turn.
Okay. Tori needs a death save.
A second. Do my failures carry over from last time?
No.
We had a short rest.
No?
Yeah, a rest clears them. Okay.
I didn't know if it's a long rest or just a short rest.
No.
Yeah, by the time it reaches me and Valmir, we should be okay.
Okay, Velamir's turn. Velamir, what is your passive arcana?
23.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so once your attention was drawn to the candle that Alan shot overboard, you realized that was a candle of invocation, probably attuned to the trader's alignment. So
Was it magic hand?
that's magic item, yeah. It gives them advantage on, as long as they're within the 60 feet of it, it gives, or is it 30 feet? I forget which, but it gives them advantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. So.
All right. Did not know that.
Yep.
That's cool.
But now it's
So
gone.
this guy have mage there.
What is your passive perception, Roland?
15.
Okay, yeah. Right, so it is Velamir's turn.
I'm gonna cast Polymorph on myself. I guess I'll make myself a CR11 T-Rex, or 10, whatever you'll be more comfortable with.
Yeah, we can go to 10. Yeah, you can have a +4 to hit and a +4 to AC.
Cool.
Well, I don't know how you're going to fit on the boat, though. Let's see. Guess you'd be hanging on like that.
You can turn into a giant ape instead. It's a little lower, but
Oh, it's still huge.
really, I thought they were just large.
Then you can go ape shit on them.
Yeah, the next thing is a giant scorpion, which is CR3. But this is fine. I didn't have the storm.
I think you would probably suffer the equivalent of them having cover with you hanging off the edge of the boat there. But that'd be okay.
Why could I not move?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't see a place where you could move and be huge. Right? You were right here.
Wouldn't that push people away from him when he gets that big? Because they would not be able to restrain his transformation.
Yeah, I guess we could do
So
that.
they would have to back up.
You could do it like that. Yeah, you could push that guy back. Sure, I'm alright with that. All right. Anything
Cool.
else from Bellamere? I guess not. Since
No,
you're
yeah.
T-Rex. Yeah.
That's all I could do. 80.
Okay. Well,
It's not bad.
Yeah, this
Oh
one
boy. Back.
Okay, 18 misses a T-Rex. I mean, a 10 misses a T-Rex. A 15 to hit the T-Rex, I believe, does hit, right?
If you said I have +4 AC and I have 17.
Oh, okay, so 23 will hit the T-Rex for 6 piercing, and then a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Okay, so that didn't last long. So we fall unconscious.
and I go back to my regular hit points, right?
Yeah, you go back to your regular hit points.
So I don't fall unconscious.
What now? I'm sorry?
I'm at 2 hit points.
No, you fall unconscious from the drought poison. Right, the drought poison puts you to sleep as a T-Rex, and so you're asleep.
He's immune to poison.
Yeah, and so,
yeah,
but that doesn't negate the unconsciousness effect, right? So as the periapt does not.
If he's immune to poison, it would not work at all.
No.
Oh, I thought I was rolling for just the Constitution saving, like for the
Yeah,
because I got hit.
Yeah, so he hits you, and then you have to save against the drow poison as a.
But he's immune to poison.
No, not as a.
Well, not as a T-Rex.
He doesn't benefit from his equipment as a T-Rex. It doesn't, right? It is absorbed into him and is not affecting him as a T-Rex.
Yeah, I just thought I'd.
So then,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So he falls asleep as a T-Rex, and that ends his concentration. So he turns back into a Shatterkai, asleep on the floor there. And I mean, he's not suffering any poison damage, so he's just asleep. But it doesn't automatically wake him up. Right? Once you're asleep, the only way to wake you up is for someone to take an action or for you to take damage.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So then it is Mikhail's turn. Okay. Where are we going to place that hypnotic pattern?
Well, I'm gonna do like last time. I'm gonna close my eyes, and
it's 30. Yeah, so you can get everybody. It's assuming you're going to exclude Alan. You can get everybody except for this last one here, right?
yeah, except the one guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy is not affected. Everybody else should be affected. And Volmir is down already, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Velamir's already hypnotized.
Well, he's asleep. He's not hypnotized because his eyes would be closed.
Where's their wisdom saving? Right.
PC 17.
Okay. So actually, I guess this one would be excluded. There's no way to include him without including Alan.
It's alright, I've got advantage on the save.
All right.
It's not. It's a square. It's not a sphere.
Oh, you're right. It is a 30-foot cube. Yeah, I got you. Good call.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm back, but my character sheet's still not working.
Well, that seems to be a pretty good hypnotic pattern so far. See, I mean, PCs are heroes. They can turn things around. Okay. So that one makes it. All right, so 2 of them make it. The 2 on the bottom make it. Anything else for Mikhail?
Yeah, I'm gonna fly up and hold on to the use my ability to fly.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fly up about 15, 20 feet into the air, and place to hang on to. Like, what kind of boat is this?
Yeah,
is
there's
it
some
a
rigging.
sailboat?
It's a keel boat, but there's some rigging. Sure.
So I'm still following the direction of the boat, but I'm not I'm flying.
Okay. All right. So this guy will move up
And I'm done.
and wake up that guy. So we are flying now. We are in here. I had some wing type thing. Yeah, I do. There we go. Flying in the air. All right, this one I'll move over and wake up this guy.
Didn't that guy already take the turn?
Nope. Okay, so this will move back and wake up this guy. He'll move over and wake up this guy. All right, so I need a DC 13 Constitution saving throw from Alan on initiative count 20 there. Okay. And then I also need one from Mikhail. Oh, by the way, what is Mikhail's
Even though I'm in the air? I'm in the air.
Yeah, it's you're within range, 15 feet up though. Yeah. What is Mikhail's passive perception, by the way?
20 something. Let me check.
Okay, well,
21.
I need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw from Mikhail. Okay. Mikhail, you will notice that one of the candles in the middle of the boat there seems to be emitting a vapor. Yeah. And Tori is just out of range of it. Okay. All right, so this one is going to attack Alan.
You guys are pissing me off. I think they're going to die now.
Armor class 23 to hit Alan.
No.
Okay, and then a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Okay, and then armor class 21 for 4. Does that hit?
My AC is 21, so it probably will hit.
Okay. That one's... And then it is Alan's turn.
Alright. Alright, drop the bow, grab my sword. Let's get this party started.
Oh, wait.
Alright. Man, you know what? Ah, boy. This is fun. This is fun.
You got Tori unconscious back there, just so you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Mikhail, I think, has healing.
Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Let's do this at second level.
Oh, you're curing yourself?
No, on Tori. Oh shit, I can't do that. I forgot that I'm not a bard. I don't have healing.
Yeah, you'd have to.
In that case,
Heal yourself.
do it. Alright. Valimir, Mikhail. Oh, whatever. I'll attack this guy 3 times. Hopefully, I can bring him down then.
Which one? I'm sorry.
I won't cast the spell. I'm gonna attack. I was like,
Okay, which
alright,
one?
Whoops, my bad. This one.
Yeah, I think you only have one sword out right now, though. You only draw one sword.
Just kill the
around.
one next to Tori. Kill the one next to Tori because we need to heal Tori and we don't want the guy to put him down again.
Okay, then I got that guy next to Tori then? Alright.
Okay, both of those.
I'll attack him.
Both of those hit.
These guys are humanoids.
Yeah, they are humanoids.
So, add an extra 8 damage to that. And an additional d8, so...
So what's... Add what from the 7 and 11? I'm sorry.
8 because they're favorite enemies.
So another 8. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
That'll end my turn.
Okay, so Tori needs a death save. Valimir is asleep. I guess this one's going to attack Alan. No,
Reaction, increase my AC to 18.
Okay. So none of those will hit then. Miguel's turn.
That'll persist until my next turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go up in the air 10 more feet, right? And I'm gonna.
So now we're 25 feet in the air.
It's centered right here.
Okay, do you have a way of keeping Valimir from taking that damage?
No, he's gonna take damage, but I'll heal him. That's not a problem.
Okay, so Valimir
And
goes...
so everybody needs to make DC. He wakes up, right? He falls unconscious.
Well, he's got 2 hit points left, so he's going to go to 0 hit points. Yeah.
Okay. So everybody takes 28 damage, or half. 17 plus 11 of my level because I'm an angel right now. Take a DC 17 dexterity save. They take half the 17, but they still get 11 more.
Where's Alex? So you're on. That's out of the elemental, right? What is it?
Make a save?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's elemental evil.
What it is? It's acid damage.
Okay, I need to know the source because it has some weird things that go on. I need to know the source.
Yeah, well, it's the elemental evil.
Okay.
Chat, hold on, give me a second.
There. Yeah, it has like some ongoing effects, right?
Yeah, next round they take the 5d4. That's the second one. The 13 is for the next round. I'll link you the description. Give me 1 second.
There it is. 20-foot radius. Acid. Okay. Got it. All right, so they're going to take 17 and then 13 plus 11, right? So which?
Well, yeah. Well, 17 plus 11, and then next turn they take the 13.
And Velamir's going to go unconscious at that point.
Yeah. I'll take care of Velamir later. So those two take the 28 damage. That one takes up 17 is 8 plus 11, 19.
It'd be half of 28.
No.
No, it's added before the save. No. The Asmar is added before the save. And if they save against it, they take half the Asmar.
Then 14. Okay. Then it's 11 plus 8, that's 19. No, never mind. 8 half would be 14. It's either 14 or 28.
Yes. It was a DC 17, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so they take a lot of damage.
I think we're missing 2 more.
Okay, that did a lot of damage. Anything else for Mikhail?
And as a bonus action, I can't cast a spell anyway. Okay, never mind, that's it.
Okay, sounding really robot. Is that just me, or does anybody else do that?
I get that from some people at different
Yeah, it's just
times.
our internet.
Alright. Curse my stupid Wi-Fi.
Right, so this is going to move up and attack Alan. I don't think any of those hit.
First will hit.
Huh?
None of those hit. I was looking at the throwing dagger.
Okay, so he's going to move there and throw daggers at Alan. 21 to hit Alan. You have a +2 to AC for cover, by the way.
Nope, that 21 will hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the cutting words.
Then it misses. Yeah.
19 to hit Alan.
That'll hit.
Okay, for 5.
And a con save.
Oh yeah, and a con save.
I've been lucky so far. I've been lucky with those so far, but nope, I go unconscious.
Okay, so Alan is asleep. Right, so this will move over and throw 2 daggers at Mikhail. Neither one of which hit. Neither one of those hit.
20 hits.
It's actually a 15 because of range. They're at disadvantage because of range. You're 25 feet in the air, and the dagger's normal range is 20 feet. Okay, so neither one of those hits either. Alan is asleep. Tori needs a death save. Velimir needs a death save. I'll move over and throw 2 daggers. That's all I can do against the flying Aasimar. And it will be Mikhail's turn.
You got this.
Okay, let me see what we can do here.
That's vitriolic sphere is pretty good. Oh, then they need the vitriolic sphere again, right? Those who are affected by
Well, they take the automatically 13 damage, the ones that didn't make saves. So 2 don't take the 13 damage, but everybody else does.
Yeah.
DC again.
Reach him. Okay, I'm gonna cast a bonus action healing word on
Was it
Tori?
Was it 13 total or an additional 11 after?
13 total.
Okay.
Total. 11 was on initial cast. That's it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what is Mikhail going to do?
I'm gonna cast a healing word on Tori because he's got 2 failed saves, right?
Yeah.
So that's 9 healing for him and 3 healing for me.
Okay.
Oh no, never mind. That doesn't affect me. Never mind. That's 9 healing for Tori. Action. I'm gonna
Cantrips, okay.
yeah. I'm gonna cast the vicious mockery on this guy right here. Or hold on, I need to touch. Never mind, I can't get it. So let me viciously mock this guy.
They're all pretty dinged up at this point.
So DC 17. Okay, he misses. He takes 19 damage.
Okay. Down he goes. That was a heck of an insult. Anything else from Mikhail?
And I'm gonna kind of like, can I use the rigging to? No, I'm gonna stay up there because then I can heal Velimir. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Or is up now though?
Yeah, so we're gonna move over.
Shouldn't
Throw.
close on, right? Misses.
Both of those miss. Tori,
And
you want
where's
to make
the
a
daggers?
deception check for me to try and pretend you're not conscious?
Hmm?
So,
Oh, what?
a deception check so that he doesn't notice that you're conscious. Okay, so he notices that you're conscious. So he's going. Armor class 20 to hit Tori.
Yeah.
Reaction.
Okay.
All 3 of those are gonna hit
Oh,
me.
okay. Yeah, never mind. If they all
If you block the first one, the second 2 are just gonna put me unconscious.
Okay.
Death saves reset, right? His death saves reset, right? Since he's back.
Not until it rests. Not until it rests. All right, so he's going to put Tori unconscious again. Then he's going to move over here, try and get where he can throw daggers next turn. This one's going to move up. So there, throw daggers. You have a hail of daggers coming at you. None of them are hitting you.
I am mocking them heavily.
They're all clustered up pretty good. You got another one of those spheres you could smack them with?
Oh yeah, they're going to learn their lesson not to do that.
Still missed. I don't think they would hit occasionally, even with disadvantage. There's a 22. So that'd be a 17, I guess. There's a 20.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, for 7 piercing. Alan's asleep. Tori needs a death save. Velmer needs a death save. And it is Mikhail's turn.
Okay, so we're going to hit him with the vitriolic sphere again.
Okay, so DC 7.
Because they're nicely clustered, so I'm going to make it so that it doesn't touch the...
Yeah, you can get them all without affecting Velmer.
Could?
Yeah, you can.
Sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, you could position it down here somewhere so that it just comes up.
Okay, then I'm going to cast it at the level 6.
Okay.
Instead of level 5. So to make sure that they die. Just bastard.
I need some damage.
I will roll right now. Give me a second.
So it's going to be 32, and then you're going to upcast that, or is that already at the?
Yeah, it's 4 is the upcast, so it's
so 25, 36.
25, 36, and for half.
36, gotcha. Right, so half would be 18. Oops, I don't know what that is. Goes down. Oh.
Some of them are not even bloodied.
Yeah, some of them are not even bloodied. 17 is what they need, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I can't inspire somebody that's dead, unconscious, right?
Right. They're actually one short. The two who are not bloodied are 1 point short of being bloodied.
Okay. Next one, they're going to take 13 damage.
If they failed.
Yeah, if they failed. This is the only one who is not dead that failed. Okay, so anything else for Mikhail?
I'm done.
Okay, so looks like they all throw. By the way, there's no more poison damage on initiative count 20. That only happened for the first. It was burnt earth fumes. They'd coated a cannon.
No. Question: when they draw the daggers, do they have the dual wielder feat? Because they need to have. They can only draw one weapon.
No, it says, or the captain makes 2 ranged attacks with his daggers. So apparently they do have it. Because it specifically says in their stat.
Oh, I understand that. But like, once they release it, they have to draw it again.
Armor class 16 to hit Mikhail.
No.
Okay. 16 very established misses. 19 and a 21 to hit Mikhail.
Both of those hit.
For a total of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. And then a 23 and a 19 for a total of 12.
12?
Total of 12. 5 and 7. Well, it's a 23 and a 19. I don't know if you can do something about that you want to do.
No, I already used my reaction. Okay. Or no, I didn't use my reaction. 19 misses.
Okay, so it's just the 23 for 5 then. Then Tori needs a death save. I think Tori's going to need a...
1 second, Legion. I'm coming down right now.
Uh-oh. I is dead.
And then Velamir needs a death save. And then it is Mikhail's turn.
I'm dead.
And then it is Mikhail's turn.
Yeah. Who died?
Tori. But you have a scroll of Revivify. Actually, I think you have 2 at this point.
Yeah, we do. Okay, then I'm gonna just finish them. Screw this. These assholes. I'm gonna cast another one at 5th level.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna go crazy. Cast it at 6th level.
Okay.
Don't upcast it. It adds 2d4.
Yeah, we need to finish him. So.
All right.
Well, they're all bloodied. This one is 1 point shy of being bloodied. You can do what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna just.
Okay, so it's 34. Would be 40.
No, actually, yeah, 34. That's 45. No, 34 plus 11.
45.
45.
Okay. For 22. It doesn't matter. He's going to die. It's 22. He's going to die to 22. Okay, so he dies. Right, so this one last traitor here is saying, can we talk about this at all?
Yeah, I said lay down your arms and we will talk.
Yeah, he'll sheath his weapon, sure.
Okay, so I come down and I, since we're out of the initiative, I'm going to revive Velmir with him.
Is Velmir dead or just unconscious?
Velmir's just unconscious, but Tori is dead, so Tori needs a revivify.
Yeah, well, we're gonna bring this guy up first. So I'm gonna. Do I need to do a medicine check, or do I need to just heal him? Which one would you let me have?
It would take to actually get him conscious would take healing. It would take like a healing word or something.
Okay. So I'm gonna cure wounds.
We will have good berries still.
Oh yeah, we have good berries. Yeah, so you can just feed him a good berry.
Okay, then eat the good berries and we're done.
I'm still technically up. I'm just knocked out.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go over there and revivify the what's his face?
Tory. All right.
Tory. And shake the Alan back into consciousness.
Right. But so the trader there, he says, yeah, when we picked you guys up at what was the name of it? Davenport. When we picked you up at Davenport, we were told that there's a huge reward on you guys' head. That apparently you would be immensely valuable to somebody for some reason. So it's nothing personal, right? But we were offered.
Who told them that?
It was an agent of the Church of Mass, which is the patron deity of assassins, and they don't know who he worked for, but
is there any way to get like immunity from assassins? Like, is there something we could do for them that just go like, any order you get, you just say no for this person?
Well, maybe that's a good idea. That sounds like a good downtime type thing. Sure.
I'm fine with doing that.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a chat with the Assassins Guild and just take over it.
No, it's way too big.
Right. So they can tell you that if they had been able to capture you, they were supposed to deliver you to a point, a little village right up here, called Carol's Sandbar. It's like a little.
Can you post on the world map?
Huh?
Could you post on the world map if you're showing it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
You said up here, but it was listed on the boat.
Yeah, I got you. Up here, there's a little trading village called Carol's Sandbar.
Okay.
And that's where they were supposed to deliver you if they had captured you.
So someone wants us alive.
Yes, apparently they were not supposed to kill you. Yeah.
All right.
I guess they actually should have stabilized you on their own. But that's the reason. That's the reason their poison was geared to knock you unconscious. Was because they weren't really. They needed to take you alive.
Is there any way that we can disguise ourselves as we got captured? So, for example, we can change the Alan's clothes to pirates and then pretend that we were captured.
Well, we should just leave it. I mean, we've got other things to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are you going to do with the trader? The ship's captain will see that he's tried and punished as a mutineer, but you may want justice of some kind on your own.
I'll let the law deal with it.
Yeah, I think mutineers get to walk the plank, so I'll let that happen.
Can I waterboard them a few times?
Sure. Yeah.
People are crazy. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So
the ranger's an actual cop, and he's just shaking his head.
Right. So with the traders thwarted, we're actually making for another small fishing village here that does some crafts type stuff, and the captain is willing to wait offshore for you to recover your resources before you put into port, because you never know what's going to be waiting on you. Right? if you want him to do that. Or you can just sail on into to the place you want to. I mean, it'll take several days for you.
So, can we have a long rest then?
We can start a long rest, yeah. But
there's no other rest we can
but we
have.
definitely get a short rest. I don't know if there's something we can do on a short rest.
I can't do anything.
No. I've no hit die. I lost my hit die on the first encounter.
Well, Mikhail, I know, gets back his bardic inspirations, right?
Yep.
I mean, there's no reason for us not to take one, but there's not much that can help.
All right, so we start trying to recover our resources, and it is the middle of the night again. Bad things seem to happen in the night. The night is moonless but clear, and there's snoring from someone around.
Are we on the boat or we're on the land?
No, we're on the boat. Did I put you on land? Yeah, no, we're on the boat.
Yeah, we're on land.
We're on a boat.
On it. In the boat. But not so heavy that it prevents rest on your own. When suddenly there is a shout from the watch that wakes everyone up. And I copy that? I didn't copy it. What we see is four.
Did we get a short rest at least or no?
Yeah, you got a short rest.
Okay.
That's fine. So
Let me gain my hit points back.
Yeah. There are four, looks like flying suits of armor flying in at you fast. But they don't have any means of locomotion visible. It's like they are just flying magically. We recognize these as helmed horrors. And there's really no way to avoid them carrying out their duty. I said duty.
So is this a normal occurrence, having flying armor come at you, or?
No.
In the campaign in general, yeah.
And more broadly speaking, yeah, helmed horrors are one of my favorite creatures. Yeah.
All right.
I don't like them.
Oh wow, my initiative is bad.
Velimir, you are first.
Yeah. I'm entirely happy.
I haven't rolled my initiative yet. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I thought you'll be at 26. I'll activate my contingency. So actually, wait, no, I won't. No point in it, fine sense. So I guess I can polymorph myself again? So if I don't get unconscious? I don't really see anything else I can do. Let's just outright damage them, but it's not really much for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll pull him off.
Polymorph. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay, fine then. This one will fly down and attack. Can't serve you prone, so 16 to hit.
No.
Okay, so this one will. He would. Yeah, he's still going to attack Velner. They know he's polymorph, so they're going to try to just end his. 20 and an 18.
Yeah, they'll both hit.
And then Mikhail needs to beat a DC 12 athletics check to avoid being shoved prone. Then this one's okay. So we got 25 and a 23 against the 4. Right. So looks like we are not a Tyrannosaurus anymore. And it is Mikhail's turn.
These are armors, right? They're not persons.
They do not seem to have any life inside, like no fleshy part to them. Yeah, they are magically powered suits of armor. So what is Mikhail going to do?
What are you dispelling?
It's not a magical effect.
Animated armor is a magic. Magic is animating it, so I'm dispelling it.
It's not a magical effect.
Yeah, it's not a spell. It's not a spell of 3rd level. I mean, it would not be susceptible to dispel magic.
I thought like the animate the armor is animated by a
It's
magic.
not animated armor.
Yeah,
It's a helm for it. Also, it says any spell or 3rd level alert on the target ends.
Well, now what he's
It's not a
talking
spell.
about is that some constructs, like flying swords, they have what's called magic susceptibility that will render them inert if you dispel magic. But this is not what that is. This is helmed warriors.
Right.
But that does it at least dispel the fly.
No, they fly
Maybe
inherently.
it's a spell, I think.
They fly inherently. It would dispel any magic effects on them. But they don't seem to be under any magic effects at this point. So what will Mikhail do?
Yeah, if my spell doesn't work, I'm done.
Okay. Alan's turn.
Alright, I can see these guys. This one's a little up too up close person. King, mark him,
Do you have dark vision?
and then smack him. Wait, it's too dark to see him?
It is. You could move up next to him and cast it. Yeah.
Okay,
But
I'll do that.
we are at night, so unless you have dark vision, your vision is limited to like the immediate vicinity.
Okay. I'll do that then. Run up next to him, cast it. And then do the one thing I can do.
Okay, got armor class 20. What you looking for? So 10 plus 6.
Yeah. Doing D6, yep. 13.
Okay. Okay, so he could actually attack him back. He's going to fly in, try to shove Mikhail prone, and then attack. Beat a 12 athletics, Mikhail. And then it will be Tori's turn.
I'm gonna move to the corner. I'm gonna attack.
And do you have dark vision, Tori?
No.
Okay. So you'll be attacking with disadvantage. Yeah, not that it would have mattered. 17 is not quite good enough. They're armor class 20. Velamir's turn.
You have Fey with, don't you? That gives you dark vision.
It's like once per day.
Hmm?
It's like a once per day lasts for a minute type thing.
I'll tell you this.
I'll use the next
This
one.
is not animated armor. Right? It is a different creature. It is not animated armor. Okay.
But it doesn't require a turn. You just do it, right?
Yeah. Maybe? I don't know.
I'm sorry.
This one's my turn next time.
What is Velamir doing? I'm sorry.
Well, I was just asking about the items. It doesn't require an action to do any of the magical effects on it, like get dark vision, for example.
No, it does not require an action.
Okay. Let's do it next round.
Okay.
Right. I'll chain lightning. I'll increase the DC. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll chain lightning them. But I'll make it intelligence.
Okay. DC 7.
Yum used to do shit.
Can you not hear us, Amari?
He's muted.
Yeah.
He's just muted.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Seven. Okay, this one crumples. This one takes 55 now. And they all get hit, right?
Yeah. It bounces between four targets. And roll within range.
Okay. What else from Velamir?
Move there.
Alright, well, they did not like that, so.
It does.
Good.
I'm trying, but I'll shield them.
Okay. This will fly over here and will attack the prone Velamir and try to shove Alan prone. So Alan needs an athletics or acrobatics check.
Alright.
Need to beat 18. And both of those miss Velamir. This is Mikhail's turn.
I'm prone.
What is Mikhail going to do? You're muted, by the way, Omari.
Like on Discord, you're muted.
Yeah.
On Discord, you're muted. There you go.
Yeah.
I still can't hear anything though.
You saying anything?
Nope.
Are you talking, Omari? Are you?
All right, you're back. What do you do?
Can you hear us, Omari? Oh shoot, I accidentally closed Roll20. Did we lose Omari?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so we Valmir is almost dead, right?
Well, he's got a hit point.
Yeah, one health.
That's one hit point is only slightly closer to dead than 6 hit points, really.
Again? This guy is almost done, right? Okay, so I'm gonna hit him with a vicious mockery. Vicious mockery. Dang it, man! I don't have any good spells to cast here, guys. Sorry.
That's all right. It's 9:30, so that's not. I mean, metagaming. How much more can there be, right?
Yeah. Here's the. We're gonna summon the whatever the we can summon. Maybe like the either snakes or the like something CR quarter or 8 of them. What can we summon on a boat? That's what my question is.
The owls.
Yeah, the owls. Yeah, we could do something with flying. They could get there.
Yeah, owls. Yeah. And so that's going to be 8 owls, right?
The giant owls.
Okay, they get +3 on the D20. Yeah.
Let's see. What CR were the owls? Do we see one?
They're just regular.
Quarter?
Well, regular owls.
No, the giant owls, because they're 1 quarter. Yeah, they're crap.
Well, regular owls CR 0. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Giant owl.
Yeah. Okay, giant owl gets +3 to hit. They're CR 1 quarter, so there's 8 of them. And they have a
That's not a good
fly.
idea.
Huh?
Just because of 20 AC, then it's not ever gonna hit.
And 8 of them. So they get a flyby. So they gonna hit the like the bloodied one, right? First, and the bloodied one dies. The rest of them will hit the one next to me.
Well, you don't have to declare that ahead of time, right? You can see.
Yeah.
They'll. All right. So the 19 will hit, and none of the rest will hit.
That's it, and they do
2d6 plus 1. But it might be. Is it magic damage or?
No.
Ah.
Ancient dragons attacks aren't magic.
Yeah.
2d6 plus 1. Okay.
There's some creatures with not just attacks are just magically. Naturally.
Yeah, there are some.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Okay. Anything else from?
That's it.
It is Alan's turn.
This guy's still up? Alright.
Looking
All
pretty
right.
ragged, but he's still up.
Alright, I'll hit him once. That'll knock him out. Transfer the mark.
Yeah, that does.
Run over, and then smack him once. And then add a d6. It's 9.
Okay. Anything else from Alan?
That's all I can do.
Okay, well, this one's going to try to shove Mikhail prone and then attack Mikhail. So Mikhail needs to beat a 12. Okay, and 18 and a 15. Do those hit? And it is Tori's turn.
I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Yeah, they both missed because I rolled the reaction.
Gotcha.
At him.
And that's magic, right? Or is it? Maybe not.
I'm gonna make it lightning.
Okay.
Lightning damage, so. Yes.
Okay, anything else from Tori?
No.
Beldamir's turn.
Do a magic missile at 5th level. Make it do another 2d10. Actually, no. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, just remember, I'm not doing that. Oh, that's annoying. I don't know. The only damaging spell I think I can use. Actually, I'll do a fireball. A 5th.
Okay.
Make it lightning.
Right. They do not seem to take any damage from the fireball.
Fair enough.
Anything else from Bellamere?
Right.
Okay, so this one will move around here or try to shove Mikhail prone and attack. Beat a 15. Mikhail. Okay, so 12-12 misses. Mikhail's turn.
Okay, so everybody's up, right now?
Yep, everybody is up.
So I'm gonna make him do a dexterity check for me.
Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, okay.
It's not strength, it's dexterity. I don't know why it keeps changing.
Okay, so it fails, so you will take...
Takes 15 damage, and my birds attack him.
Okay.
And none of them hit.
None of them hit. Alan's turn.
Alright. Now we're cooking. Hit this guy. No, make him go down. 1.
It's going to miss.
2. And a short sword. Just a regular one. That'll miss.
Okay.
That's 9 plus a d6 plus a d8.
Oh, yeah.
That should kill him.
Yeah, that takes him down. Okay. Tori's turn.
Okay, I'm going to move right here. Shoot at this one.
The 20 hits. For 8 magic. Anything else?
Nope.
Delamere's turn.
I forgot to change damage types. So I'll do magic missile. I'll make it lightning.
Okay.
25.
That's going to take him down. Okay, so we restart our long rest. Or continue our long rest.
Can I check if there's any material left over so we can kind of trace back who cast it?
Yes, actually, that's a good point. Right, so you begin looking through these guys, and you realize that a lot of their makeup is adamantine, and there is probably enough. Well, there's no problem. There's enough there to construct a suit of heavy adamantine armor, or two mediums if you'd rather have 2 mediums.
Can anyone use medium armor?
I can use medium.
So adamantine armor negates the extra damage from crits. Right? So
Crit, yeah, it negates crit damage.
Cool. 2 sounds good then. Could I use that?
We can always add some because I can't use the medium. I can use heavy.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's 2. It's just
yeah. So it's 2 mediums or 1 heavy is the choice. There's nothing.
Actually, I have. Items. Yeah, I have magical studded leather armor now.
Oh yeah, you have glamored armor, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so that won't. So yeah, I wouldn't use it.
So, with the material, can I use the armor and then turn it into magical adamantine armor?
Well, adamantine armor is magical.
What mean it's sent to +1?
Well, no, you would need a formula to make it +1.
And they're going to bind somebody's soul to it.
Yeah.
Well, I can turn any. Well, it's just. This is specifically just from a normal thing then? Is it different if you change the thing you're turning it with?
So turn it as hag.
It would take. Yeah, so yeah, if you had a sea hag or some. Yeah, you could. It would take a long time because it's an increment up from uncommon. Right, so that's. +1 adamantine armor is actually a rare item, so it would take a long time to do it. But you could do it, yeah.
Can I teach my apprentice how to do it?
I don't see why not.
He's a no-dill.
Yeah,
But I think we're talking about downtime activities there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not worry about it right now. Just gather up that adamantium and move on.
Okay. Josh's favorite here. I need a DC 15 charisma saving throw from everybody.
I'm going unconscious regardless of the damage.
Yeah, me
No,
too.
if you succeed, there's no damage at all.
Unlikely.
Do we get any advantage for anything?
If you have something like
I don't think so.
If you have something like a month's stillness of mind, you would. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit unconscious.
Okay, so everybody except for Mikhail takes a bunch of. I guess that makes sense. It was a pretty traumatic day for everybody, except for Mikhail. So who had the
I guess I could add the D4 just to make sure I don't fail by a lot. No, I got a 9.
How much damage do you have to take for you to die from a thing?
You have to take double your health,
Yeah.
all of it. So if say for me, I have 73 health. If I took 73 damage, I would straight up die.
No,
So-
73 past 0.
You have. Yeah. Really? 73 past 0? I thought it was just if you take
No.
From a crit.
at once.
It's got to take you to 0, and then enough damage to equal what your normal hit points would be beyond 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Well, we revivify you. I mean, we have a scroll of revivify left. We had 2, so now we're out of scrolls of revivify, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, that's if the cast spell slots for it, yeah.
It's a scroll, yeah.
Yeah, I don't need spell slots
right.
for scroll.
Okay, so looks like the lowest was, I guess, Tori. Okay. So then several hours go by. Are we going to do anything during that hour, during that time?
How many? What was the hours?
Like 5 or 6 hours go by.
Up until they hide.
There's food downstairs.
I know.
Do we get the long rest?
No.
It's like night, baby.
Saturday,
The guy
Sunday.
who sent
I
the
can't take anymore.
guy who sent the constructs comes swimming up. Actually.
Well, I'm running away at this point.
Okay.
You're in a boat.
Yeah, I don't care.
Right. So a guy appears on the boat there. He says, I gotta have one of you. I can't come back empty-handed. All right. The guy who sent me expects some sort of results. So.
Well, I'd rather kill myself than that you have me.
Who is this? What does he look like?
His name is Steel Fang, and you would know
What's his
enough.
name?
There's enough Arcana around to realize that he's a were-rat. It's like I can't.
And I go, well, here's the thing. You swam a long ways to get to us. Like, here's the choice. Either you become part of this adamantium armor and give it a +1, or you're going to swim right back. That's only two choices you got.
So who's this guy you work for?
His name is Neolac. He's a fairly accomplished magic item crafter, and we've been trying like heck for the past week to get one of you guys. We're pretty sure that we could craft something out of one of you, but now I would just be happy with any one of you. I don't really care which one.
I just intimidated him, though, so he freaking ape shit on him. And I'm like, I'm had enough of this. He's got to becoming a part of my armor right now, one way or another.
Okay. He does not seem intimidated.
He's not?
No.
Okay, well, if he's not, that's a big mistake on his part.
Can we compromise with him? And can we just get him a creature that he can turn into a magic item?
What do you got in mind?
Well, like a hag or something. We're pretty good hag hunters. We can probably find something for a hag spawn. That's where we're going right now. Maybe several.
Yeah, so I tell you what, if you can deliver me to this farming village, I'll give you a month. And not only will will that satisfy me, but I will let you keep the adamantine from the robots here that I've wrecked.
How many does he want? Just
Let me?
Well, one will settle the debt. If you want to keep the adamantine, then that would be another one. That would be another. So two.
No, okay. This adamantium belongs to me right now, so nobody's letting me have anything. Right now, I'm letting you live. If you want to get a hag for your experiments or whatever, now we're gonna talk about that. But if you're here to ransom somebody's life, you're barking up the wrong tree. We can come up with some kind of arrangement on delivering the hag to you, which is we can do that. But there's no ransoming here.
Okay. I don't know what it is you're trying to negotiate. Right? Your friend here has made me a reasonable offer that I'm inclined to take.
I know, and we need to get something in return for that. So we will trade you a hag, right? And you're going to trade us something, like maybe...
It doesn't necessarily have to be a hag. It just needs to be a creature that Neolac can use to to craft the magic item from. And that's
Yeah, it's okay. We will deliver whatever. We will deliver a creature for you, and you're gonna pay us for that.
well, no,
That's what we are talking about.
If
We're
you do
making
that-
an
if
arrangement.
you do that, then I will be able to return with Neolac. If you don't do that, then I've got to come after you, right?
Well, yeah, that's in the future, but right now we need to agree. Like, if we deliver you a hag, how much you gonna pay us for it?
I'm not going to kill you. That's my payment to you.
Well, you tried to kill us how many times now?
Okay. I mean,
How many times did you try to kill us?
well,
I'm just
looking
asking.
around here, I think actually that we actually did kill a couple of you.
Well, hold on.
That's the story I
are
heard
we
anyway.
alive?
Was that
Kill us 4 times, 3 times, I don't know. And you're still talking to us. Now I'm telling you, I'm not gonna kill you right now. And
okay?
since we
We agreed
agreed
on
that we're
that.
not gonna kill each other,
My family's yelling at me to wrap it up. Okay.
We agree on that. We agree that you will not kill me. Yes. So that's a good starting point. Let's agree that you won't kill me.
I decided we're negotiating right now.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find some common ground, right? And the first point is that we
Exactly.
agree
So-
that you're not going to kill me. I think that's a very good starting point.
Oh, well, let's talk about the delivering either hag or some other.
Yeah. So that's a
Cool
good place
creature
to
that you
move
can
for.
use.
So if you deliver some, it doesn't have to be a hag. I don't really care. It doesn't even have to be something that would be socially acceptable, right? We can.
I know.
Neolac works under his own set of rules, and it doesn't have to be, it can be whatever,
Okay.
but it just needs to be something that he can turn into a magic item, and then I won't kill you, right?
No, that's not good enough for me. I need to know, like, what do you pay us?
Well, you can find them on your own. I'm fine with that.
So you gotta pay us for that,
Well,
right?
I would
We're
ask
doing
you,
the service.
so
to
how
you.
much is your life worth? That's the value I'm giving you. I'm giving you what you
My
consider
life
your
is
life
not-
worth.
And I say right now is that you tried to kill me 3 times and you failed 3 times.
So are you
So-
saying you want to see the 4th? Because I've got 4 archers within bow range with their arrows knocked and ready to go, and I'm right here facing you. We can do this if you want to.
They're in the water, right?
Say that again.
They're in the water, right?
No, they're flying. They're flying tieflings. They're flying tieflings 110 feet out.
Okay. Well, basically, you think that, like, flying tiefling is gonna be good enough threat to us from you.
Yeah, it is. It is gonna be. It's gonna be enough. Just grab it.
So I'm saying.
So I look over what.
So what I'm saying is that find someone you don't mind having Neolac turn into a magic item, and
Yeah,
we're all good
I
to
gotta
go.
call it a night.
Yeah, we're all happy, right? I'm giving you a
But
month
I need to
do
get
it.
paid.
Not only that, but Neolac might even be inclined to teach one or more of you how to craft magic items. He's
Ooh, okay, now we're talking. Dalmir, do you okay with that if he teaches you how to make
Yeah.
magic items?
Yeah, I want to be his friend.
Okay. So now, see, that's what we're talking about. See, now reasonable people find a reasonable way to agree, right?
well. I
Now that's the worth the trade.
I wasn't sure I was dealing with reasonable people for a second there.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that there was like a understanding here that we deliver this as freaking poor creature, and you trade something in return to us, and well, commodity.
Okay, so I think
We're
then
good.
we have a deal. So we will be in the vicinity keeping tabs on the village. You get us a suitable thing there, and we will craft a magic out of it and teach you how to do it. Teach Velimir how to do it as well.
Okay, sounds good. Let's shake on it.
Well, no. So then we've got the question of the adamantine armor, right? So if you,
No, I thought we agreed that that belongs to us because
No.
you tried to kill us with that thing,
no.
and that kind of like you objected that by sending it to us.
So why don't we just solve that and say, well, you bring a second one, and then that's all resolved too. Right? So you bring two. We're going to teach Velimir, and you get to keep the adamantine armor.
How about if we bring two armor into the +1? If we bring three,
Say it again. I'm sorry.
we'll bring you 3 creatures. For one, you will teach Valmir how to make the magic items from those creatures, and then for 2, you will armor for +1 armor. So a total of 3 creatures will deliver.
I don't know about that. Because
It's going to teach Velimir. Velimir could do it. You could just...
it's going to take a long time to craft +1 adamantine. That's going to be a very rare magic item.
Okay, so you will like owe us one.
Oh my god.
Sure, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll decide to owe you a favor. Yeah, that's all right with.
Okay.
I can't speak for Neelak, but I, as Steelfang, will. Sure.
Okay.
Right. And then with that,
And what was his name? Can we get his name?
yeah, it's on the token there, Steelfang.
Okay.
Right. So with that, he will climb back into the water and swim off. Says, I'll meet you guys in a month or less. And at that point, we will be able to complete our long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about ducking out early. I gotta go. See you guys next week.
See you next week.
Awesome. See ya.
All right, so what I need to do something. I need to open up the. So we get a total of, just so you know, 15,000 XP, which should be enough to take us to 12th level.
12?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy that. So
Now, can I ask you a quick question?
then we get a total of
Do the
we get 50 platinum pieces each.
oh nice.
Now,
Now, out of the attacks from Hagspawns, magic attacks,
not inherently, no.
they need to have a magic weapon to attack us magically, right?
Or be like a 5th level monk, or something like that.
Oh yeah, or barbarian, or
Oath
no,
of-
barbarian.
Oath of Ancient
They
Paladin.
shapeshift into the druid,
Oath of Ancients Paladin can make them.
not inherently.
Right. Yeah, no, their physical attacks are not inherently magical.
And is there a chance for me to get the like armor made for me? Do I have time, or does that gonna take for a long time?
Is it heavy? The heavy adamantine armor? Is that what you're wanting?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a. It takes a week to complete the long rest. So yeah, there'll be a blacksmith in this village that can fashion that into adamantine armor for you.
Okay. So now the week starts after we leave, right?
Well, we're gonna.
No, like 1 month starts after we leave.
Yeah, it's not going to take that long though. We'll be back. We should be back in plenty of time, right? So, I'll show you.
I have to.
We're right here, and
Uh-huh.
the location of the hag spawn is only about 60 miles inland here.
But my question is that if we cannot wait 1 week for me to craft the adamantium armor, right?
What I'm saying is that will happen at the end of the session when we complete our long rest. Right? It takes a week to complete a long rest.
Okay, got it. So
you will have that at the beginning of the next session. Yes.
good. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So can I construct the splint mail?
You could have splint mail. Yeah.
Okay.
You'd rather have splint than full plate?
Well, I don't have enough strength for a full plate. There's a 15 strength requirement for the full plate.
Yeah, it can be splint. Yeah, any heavy armor is fine. Yeah, I forgot about the strength requirement. Okay, so that's going to take us to the... we will complete our long rest, recover our resources fully, and then we will take up next Sunday here. Let's see. All right, so yeah, there was a thing or two that I wanted to go over. So helmed horrors are not animated armor, Omari.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I just wanted to because they that's why I heard somebody said it was a animated armor.
That's what it looks like.
That's why I cast the spell.
It looks like a big piece of armor. Yeah, there's no
I just
creature inside.
I think somebody said that it was an animated armor, and that's why I said if I cast the dispel, that should fall them unconscious. But I don't know what it was. But once you told me, that's why I didn't argue, right? That's why I whispered it to you. It's just to make sure it was an animated armor.
Right.
Well, I heard somebody say animated armor, so that's why I was going by that.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I just want to make sure you understood that it was not animated armor.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just, as I said, I just heard somebody say it was animated armor.
Yeah.
Multiple attacks. I go, okay, well, that's what animated armor does. So let's cast the dispel magic on it.
Yeah, it does look like animated armor, but it's not. Okay.
So, what can we investigate what it is?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's in the monster manual. You can read it at your.
Okay.
Leader. It's called a helmed horror. It comes with 3 spells that it's immune to, and it has a bunch of resistances, and immunity to force and psychic and something else. I forget what. No, I can look. Yeah, and it flies. That's the weird. There are lots of weird things about helmed horrors. The one that's weirdest to me is that it flies.
Force necrotic poison. Immune to blinded, harmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
It doesn't have a lot of hit points for the CR, but it's has a big AC and just a lot of immunity. So it's just really, it's a difficult one to deal with. All right, so then
better than Shield Guardians.
Well, yeah, Shield Guardians, they just don't deal any damage though. They just
yeah, but I mean, if there's like a boss,
yeah,
better than Shield Guardians.
Then let's see, there was something else I wanted to ask you about. Oh, the gritty realism. So how do we feel about the gritty realism for the?
I don't like it.
You do.
Well, the thing is, with the gritty realism, you threw about as much at us as you would if it wasn't gritty realism. So it was like a lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the purpose of gritty realism. Is if you have like 10 days and you have the same number of encounters and events as just a single day when you don't have gritty realism, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I guess
you're right. It was still like 7 events, 8 if you.
We wouldn't have made it if Mikhail didn't show up today.
Yeah, well, last encounter with not the last one, but the one with the...
None of the pirates would have died if Mikhail wasn't here.
Yeah,
the pirates would have been dead.
Yeah,
even if I hadn't... check it out. If I hadn't gotten my magic secrets,
the mutineers probably I had a little bit stacked there because they have the candle of invocation for chaotic neutral, and then they have the drow poison that they're using as well, which can render someone unconscious. So yeah, that was probably a little bit overpowered. Yeah.
and also
we just didn't have enough regen for the amount of things we're throwing at us. Yeah, after the first
also-
I just didn't have any hit points left, or any hit die. So there was just
Which, speaking of regen, we also each PC gets a potion of greater healing as part of the process. So
no. Here's what I have a little bit of a kind of difficult understanding. As rare as the magic is in this world, right? It's very rare, right?
yes,
It seems like random NPCs have crap load of magic.
Okay.
Because the candle of something a random sailor would have access to.
Right. So
Because
Neil,
that's a very, very high level item, right?
yeah. So Neolic, you will come to find out, is sort of an exceptional NPC. He has extraordinary access. Yeah. So he was the one.
I understand that he would not be giving out these powerful items, especially knowing that it takes a whole creature to be captured and binded to it for it to you know what I mean. I'm just saying it's that if we're staying in this low magic world, that random encounters, which I would presume this sailors is a random encounter, would be
No, it was specifically constructed. Yeah, Neolic specifically gave the traders drow poison and the candle of invocation with 1 minute left on its burning, to in the hopes that he would harvest up to 4 creatures that he could turn into magic items.
Okay. That was my because it's every encounter we start has some kind of a random magic item or a potion.
There are lots of stones of good luck. I'll tell you that. There are lots of stones of good luck around. Yeah.
I know that, but my point, for example, when we're in a city, there's always somebody throws a bomb at us, right? Which is a potion, and Steve's Guild, I would understand.
Someone throws a what at you? I'm sorry.
When we're in a dining hall, every time they would throw some kind of bomb in there, blow us up, and then
That's chemistry, not magic.
Yeah.
I understand, but it's still magic though.
No, it wouldn't have to be.
Magic.
No.
Potions are part of the magic. I cannot make a potion. You have to be a magic user to make a potion.
No.
You can make non-magical potions.
Actually, there is a feat for making potions called alchemists and magic related. Usually there's some kind of system that a player would work out with the DM to collect ingredients and stuff and then roll.
And bombs would work with that even better because bombs are mostly chemical.
Yeah, most of those are usually poison, is what they're usually the product of something like an assassin or someone who's able to understand poisons. I mean, they don't just occur randomly usually. I don't think anyway. I mean, I can look back through.
I'm just that's the only thing that I had the randoms sailors just jump out with the candle of invocation. I'm like, holy cow, that's freaking awesome.
Well, yeah, that was meant to be particularly unusual. But looking at the the babaus had nothing. The trees, the tree blights, they had poison sap, but that's not magical.
I wasn't here for that. I'm just saying there's a lot of magic flying around in the low magic world.
I mean, the babaus have an 8 spellcasting, but they didn't have magic items. Then
I'm just like
the kidnappers. They had
No, it's not that the world's low magic. It's that the
it is
Inquisition.
forbidden.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not around in the freaking black market, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean there is
Like if I wanted to get like a +1 armor, like I have to trade somebody a life to get the +1, and it would take a year or whatever, the like long downtime to create the adamantium armor, correct? And that's a +1. And that's a +1 armor usually is like uncommon.
Yeah, so the Helmed Horrors benefited from adamantine armor. That's a magic and a stone of good luck. Right? So and then Steel Fang, he has a ring of swimming that you could have taken from him if you had defeated him, and he has a stone of good luck. So I mean the NPCs are not using in general magic items that aren't available. Now at higher levels they do. In particular, that I throw around iron stones of greater absorption quite a bit, more than I should, to be honest with you. But
well, I'm now I kind of like once I get used to I got used to the like the whole Dimgaard world. You know what I mean? I kind of know what to expect, and that's why I started selecting certain type of spells that will kind of help me navigate through the Dimgaard world, right? And like it's much like magic resistance and stuff like that, right? Because I thought, okay, it's a low magic world. Magic's going to be very rare. You know, like let's just roll with this. But then now I see like the more magic is very like part of every encounter almost. So I had to kind of like adjust spells to that.
The actual world, like the thing of like low magic world, it's not that the actual world is low magic. It's that it's not like a thing that civilians have access to, or anybody who's part of the like normal life would have access to.
yeah, so
Like, give you an example. Like, right now, if I know that this guy makes the magic items, right, I can report him to the Inquisition, and that guy will not stay in that.
that's correct.
But that's not the case, right? That is not the case, though.
Yeah, no, that is the case. Yeah, if you were to if you knew where Neelek was, and he's an apostate. He lives his life outside the one true faith. He would be a subject to arrest and crucifixion for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So that is an option then.
Yeah. Almost always
So
the
they
magic
are-
item crafters that are presented are evil. Yeah.
It's not about evil. It's just that I wasn't okay. Maybe it was my assumption that I made an assumption that out here there's no consequence to using magic.
No, there is. If the Inquisition sees you using magic, you get in trouble.
Yeah, in fact,
Unless you use it for them, and that's iffy sometimes.
like I think it was the last session where dealing with the Inquisition consumed 2 or 3 days of downtime, right? Specifically.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I want to. Okay, that now I have a better understanding that okay, like we can like people that put out the bounties on our heads and we know who they are, we can always report them to Inquisition and let them like deal with the magic users that are not sanctioned.
Yes, you could. Mm-hmm. But those people are already criminals. I mean,
Yeah. They're not like
They're criminals, yes, but they're not under the guise of they're not in the target of Inquisition, right? They might be outside of law, which Inquisition, I was told, that's not a law enforcement. They're enforcement of faith, right? Because if they're magic users, Inquisition is involved.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, so just because somebody's outside of the law doesn't mean they're in the sight of the Inquisition.
Yeah, someone like Neelak who has repeatedly crafted magic items without any sort of sanction. So to craft a magic item, it's usually, well, it's not, to craft magic items within the good graces of both the civilian and religious authority is going to require the approval of both. Right? It's like, so a good example is Joan of Arc, right? So Joan of Arc, before they were willing to crucify or to burn at the stake Joan of Arc, they needed the church's blessing. Right? That's the reason they drug her before a willing cardinal and bishop and put her on trial as a witch, was so that they could kill her and it wouldn't inflame the Catholic Church. Right? And so it's kind of the same thing here. So you couldn't just, even if you had a compliant noble who said, yeah, you can craft all you want to here in whatever my town is, right? You would run afoul of the church, of the one true faith, very quickly, because that type of activity is only reserved for severe criminals of the faith as well as the civilian authority. But people like Neelak already fall under that category, right? If you could bring Neelak into justice, he would be subject to both punishment by the one true faith and the civilian authorities, because he's both a criminal
now,
and an apostate.
Would the Inquisition actively seek him out?
Yeah,
The thing is, like, they can't find him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we tell him, like, okay, if we tell the one true faith that, hey, we just found this guy, he freaking creates the from poor creatures. The Inquisition
Poor
would send
creatures, but
but the Inquisition would send somebody to investigate and punish.
Well, it would be like what happened in the last episode, where they would send out a group of marshals to try and bring him in, and then he would have to decide if he wanted to resist or not, and then the results of that, at the very least, would require him to relocate. That he would, even if he prevailed against the marshals, he would have to move.
we would have to find out where he is first to do that.
I just want to know, like, what my options are. See, that is the reason why I took this spell instead of the. I was gonna take the as my magic secrets, the paladin's. What do you call that? That wave of destruction, but
Destructive wave. Yeah.
because I think in this world, like, that spell will help us a lot more than the destructive wave.
Well, I think that's a good spell. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why, like, that's why I'm talking about, like, now I'm understanding, like, where before I was trying to go more like crowd control. Now I'm thinking, okay, maybe not crowd control as much as, like, just survive this save disease, because there is a lot of freaking, like, saves.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of saves involved, for sure. Even not just for magic, though. There's, like, environmental hazards.
But in general.
Yeah.
Well, environmental hazards we can deal pretty well, because caught up is when we enter into layers and we're dealing with the, like, creatures that have preparations. Like, they're expecting us, they have the defensive words, they have, like, precast spells. I can cast this and it will last probably through 2 encounters, because it is 10 minutes. So that's going to help us, like, you know, start the next fight with a little more control, rather than being like, you know, oh, make the Constitution say, well, everybody's cursed now.
Right. Yeah.
Well, if we have this up, because this is not necessarily just the combat spell, this is like a duration spell, then when we come across the, like, Constitution save situation, this will be up and it will help us out a little bit.
Yeah. I'd be interested in what Hunter and Jason have to say. Do you guys have any observations you want to offer?
What?
Yeah, did you have any comments that you wanted to add to the discussion?
So this is the low magic world, right?
Well, it's like Nikki's saying, probably low magic is not the right word. It's more like heavily regulated magic is a better description of it.
Yeah, so magic is outlawed. There's still a lot of magical creatures and stuff like that. So no like sorcerers going around and like entertaining the townsfolk by their powers.
That's right.
But they're still sorcerers.
But they would be disguised. Okay. They would not be openly using magic, right? David Blaine would be immediately crucified, right?
Would you say bards would be just as common?
Well, bards are kind of a great clerics and bards both are, because bards, they're not just openly, blatant spellcasters. They're more like accepted entertainers, and the same is true as clerics. Clerics are they're more faith oriented than they are arcane.
Yeah, isn't holy magic allowed? Like divine magic?
Yes, divine magic is definitely utilized a great bit. In fact, like every community will have a set of annual rites and where they're blessing the harvest, controlling weather for good rain, and so divine magic is 100% used widely. Yeah.
That's why I was not killed by Inquisition, because I present myself there as a cleric of Inquisition, right?
Yeah, the history,
and that's why
within the campaign, the history of that is, and Josh, maybe Nikki's run up against this, is that divine magic is seen as delivered in a controlled and regimented manner, right? You got to come through the faith and usually an intercessor, so it's not just out of control, right? It's not just some rando who's learned how to distort the laws of the universe for their own gain. Whereas arcane magic that's what it's seen as. It's seen as, just people who have somehow learned how to undermine the way the universe is supposed to work to achieve their own goals, and it's seen as inherently corruptive.
Does that mean they're not entirely against warlocks?
So warlocks, the problem with warlocks is their history.
Is the being...
Right.
Is their actual things that they're making the deals with.
Yeah.
But...
So you can...
Like, if their warlock was to make a deal with a being that they saw as good...
Right, then they would probably be able to convince everyone that... But the history is, the great old ones, they're, just completely nihilistic. And the same thing with fiends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the problem. That's the challenge that warlocks face, is the prejudice against their history of who their patron is. Yeah. Okay, so Hunter and Jason, remind me, when were you guys wanting to play? Were you both wanting to play Sunday? I thought one of you wanted to play on Thursday.
For me, I was interested in playing on Sunday.
Okay. What about you, Hunter? Hunter may have gone AWOL without signing out. Okay, so did you have any question about constructing
His stuff and...
did you have anything you wanted to ask about constructing the character?
So how does the general populace feel about magic? Like, you kind of shown how what the law thinks. Is that kind of reflected in in everyone, really?
Right. So think of like medieval Europe, right? The people are taught and believe that they live in this dark and dangerous world where evil magical beings lurk out just outside the safety of their community, right? And they are highly suspicious of any outsiders, especially those who might exhibit qualities that make them think that they are arcane casters, or like witches or warlocks or fae, or So the people are highly suspicious and superstitious. Yeah. But it's not just of magic; it's just outsiders in general. I mean, outsiders bring diseases that you're not immune to, right? And outsiders will steal your young people and make them slaves. Just outsiders present just a variety of negative consequences to a medieval population.
Is there just like plagues that follow us as we travel around Dimgaard?
So that's an interesting thing. Right. So, always throughout human history, there have been virulent diseases, right? That will occur and just wipe out a town or maybe even a region. But the lack of transportation, usually isolated it, right? So if you had a really virulent chicken flu in rural China in 1700, you might kill a few thousand people. But now you've got a businessman who takes that to Beijing and then on to Tokyo, and suddenly you got a bird flu killing millions of people. So that's kind of the similar effect that the PCs have, right? They are encountering these virulent diseases and making a new mix of them. They end up on the wrong side of diseases a lot. Yeah. But
so they're inadvertently killing a bunch of people.
Yes. And
It's the same where people just like stop.
No. A question, Dan.
Yes.
Since we've been up and down the Dimgaard now, literally, right? We were up north, came down south, walked up north again. Are we pretty much immune from most diseases that are available in this fucking world?
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Huh? Do you know what I mean? Because we've been up and down the coast, in the mountains, down the rivers, in the sewers. We've seen the worst part of the freaking Dimgaard.
Every town has a different disease. That's how it works.
Yeah,
but I think we've been into every town almost.
Okay.
We've been in Dakar before, right? We've been in Dakar.
No, you haven't been. No one is actually. There's been no campaign since the early aughts that has actually entered into Dakar.
Oh, you haven't been to the Dakar? Okay.
No.
I thought that's when our Dragonborn was trying to recruit his people.
No, I don't think so. But I know that no one has actually been into Dakar, because that's
okay.
That is going to be, and I don't know when, but that's going to be the topic. So that's something that's been brewing for several years that I've just never gotten around to, is the story of what's going on in Dakar and what's going to happen there, and that's going to be a
Didn't we try something in Dakar? And then you kind of canceled it?
We started.
Because I remember there being dragon cults and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I thought that our Dragonborn.
That was not related to Dakar. That's just that is something else that needs.
I forgot what that was.
Yeah, there is a dragon cabal. Right, there's this ancient. It's actually beyond ancient. He's a great worm, gold worm named Rugar, who was thrown out of Dimgaard long time ago, and has been getting bitter and angry over the millennia, and is now trying to retake Dimgaard. Yeah, and that's another story arc.
That's what that one was about.
Yeah, we started that and then changed it. But I'm planning to come
because
back.
I remember our Dragonborn was trying to do something in Dakar.
I don't know if it's Dakar.
Okay, so Jason, I'm looking at your fighter here. He looks pretty good to me. I'm going to export him and then import him in.
Can you give me 1 second? I'm making a real quick change.
Okay.
Another thing that I learned from Dimgaard is a class that has a lot of resources renewed on a short rest would do really well in Dimgaard, because like short rest is readily available, where the long rest is like a big deal. That's something that would be like interesting like aspect, because usually like a monk is considered a kind of underpowered class, but I think in Dimgaard they would be freaking off the chart.
The thing about short rest
because
is
of the immunities and all that.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to fit in a short rest into a story usually.
Yeah.
Dimgaard,
well, I'm just saying, like
Dimgaard is usually very story driven, right? Dimgaard is very very focused on building a story over the course of both a session and then also longitudinally over a broader campaign. So it's very focused on story building. It's just a little bit.
No, I trying to say is that in terms of like play mechanics, you know what I mean? Like Warlock in Dimgaard would be a little bit overpowered.
I played one and it was okay. I mean, I didn't have the best. It wasn't that I didn't build it the best way. But
because here's the thing, like they would get.
I'm pretty much Tori's pretty much a warlock.
Jason, I just sent you a link to the main
like fighter. Fighter. We had the fighter. Remember our fighter? What was his name?
Well, yeah, fighters do well because they recharge a lot on short rests.
Yeah, fighter. The benefits of being a fighter.
Yeah. Like remember the fighter that we had, the prolonged fighter?
Lug.
Yeah, Lug. Dude, two sessions, he just...
Yeah, he was very well built. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really, you could feel the like tight shift when he would show up on the battlefield, you know what I mean? And that's because of the short rest, right? They renew a lot of the resources on the short rest. Where, like Paladin, it was... it had a good punch, but it would run out of the steam really fast.
Okay.
So
that's the like kind of perception that I get, like, you know, the
well, like Valimir, Josh, that's a long rest. He's pretty effective in every encounter, pretty much.
Yeah, because he gets the short rest spell slots renewed.
Not really.
Half his level up to 5th level.
Yeah.
That's a lot of spell slots.
Not if you're popping 5th level spell slots.
How often do you do that, though?
Fairly often.
Hey, I as a bard, like, I have to be very conscious on what I like. Like usually, I very rarely cast a lot of spells in an encounter. Like I cast a lot of 1st and 2nd level spells, but not like.
Well, you cast Conjure Beast a lot. That's a 3rd level spell or a 4th level spell.
For 10 rounds.
Yeah, but they only last one encounter.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Instead of casting the spell every round, I cast one spell that runs the all of the encounter.
I know. So if you can cast one 5th, 4th level spell per encounter, right? That's a fair bit.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Is like for me as a bard, I need to do that. Otherwise, I'll run out of spells.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to.
Real quick, Nikki. So I'm trying to put a character in the vault. It's been a long time since I've done that.
I've never actually
done that?
bought anything in Roll20.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to save a character to the vault, to my vault, so that I can move it to a different campaign.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
There's a way to do it.
It's probably in the forums somewhere.
I did this before, actually.
So, from what you told me about what you told us about the world, you said that most places are very isolated. They don't like outsiders, and they would abhor the thought of just going out and wandering.
Right.
With my monk, I wanted to create something different from that. A monastery that insisted on the idea of going out and wandering to find oneself and embrace the world to
those
reach
exist.
a better state of self.
Yeah, those exist. There are certain populations that seek enlightenment through expanding their exposure. Okay, can you copy Hawksborn to? Maybe you have to do it as a player. Can you save that to your vault?
Yeah, I'm trying to do that, and it says the GM of this game has not enabled character import. Check out the wiki for more information.
Oh, okay. So maybe I need to do that. Let me do that.
There's probably like a box you gotta tick or something.
Yeah.
So apart from just the threats of creatures and strange things lurking in the shadows, are bandits and just general bandits and thieves like an issue on the road as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've got a decent backstory to work with then.
And here's the cool thing about like a Dimgaard is like I think the melee side is like super balanced. You don't have to have a super high AC to survive the melee combat, because that side of the like combat encounters are very well like within the reasonable range. You know what I mean? Like I've been usually like in most campaigns, if you have a level 12 character with the AC of 18 and they're in the melee a lot, they're gonna get freaking eaten alive, right? That doesn't seem to be a like end of like you don't have hardly any. I have not seen too many attackers that had a more than like +6 attack,
unless they're legendary. Sometimes legendaries usually have a modifier that they can get pretty high with.
The bosses.
Jason, can you see if you can import it now? I should be able to. If I did.
I think that side is really cool, and I really like that because you're not too dependent on like stats to survive encounters.
Although I don't have access to it.
Let me see.
Like that's a really good part. I think that's you got that like on spot. What my like always the biggest concern is when we go into the fight, we're never at full resources. Like
right, you always
rarely started the fight at full resources.
Yeah, after the first encounter, you're always down a little bit of something. Yeah.
No, even at the first encounter, we hardly ever start with a full hit points. Cursed or the hit points.
Here's the ring that Steel wears. By the way, this is what you missed. The Brooks. So. That would sure come in handy for those traumatic stress situations. But
Yeah, maybe we'll kill him for that later.
All right, so this is not a secret. I mean, it's not. I'm not giving anything away. All right, so what I'm looking for is just a solid base encounter, and then whenever I publish it, I am attaching a lot of optional things that can be applied. Right. So for example, a lot of times there will be a friendly spellcasting block where they might be under the effect of some sort of long range spell. This long duration spell like Long Strider or freedom
movement.
Yeah, freedom of movement. Right. And so that's the writing side of it. Then from the DMing side, right? Or like the poison, like the weapon poisons, right? Those the DM can put in or leave off to modulate the difficulty of an encounter. And the goal is almost exactly like what we saw tonight, where you have that final encounter and you have to think, well, can we defeat this guy, or do we need to find a different thing other than combat, right? That is a good result to me as the DM, is if that final encounter of the session is a tough decision to make. Right? You don't want it to be. I mean, you want to get there. You want the PCs to arrive at that encounter and have a reasonable chance of success, but you don't want them to just raffle stomp through it and never be challenged, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like the combat should be an option, not like only option, right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. Like I like
to run away.
Well, not just run away, right? You can resolve, like we talked, we negotiated, right? He offered us just like one thing, and we got like negotiation, right? So that should always be an option.
Yeah, that is a very good result. I have no problem with that result at all. If you can, yeah. I mean,
I like that because I really don't like the groups. Like I was in a campaign and I finally got tired of it. Like nobody talks. They say, "Oh, I just roll initiative." Well, dude, you can't just roll initiative on every single encounter because there might be other options, right? You can't just like draw a sword every single time because live by sword, you're gonna die by sword. So it's.
And by the way, I think that everyone who's here knows this, but if you participate in one of these and you want, all right, so like I will have a draft of this prepared for my editor no later than Tuesday. And if you want to see that draft before I send it to the editor, if you want to comment on it, right, that is very welcome to me.
I like as I said, the Dimgaard is really cool world because it's not a vanilla word,
right?
Like you feel that it's very dark.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, when I play this world, it's kind of has a feel of Ravenloft dead. You know what I mean? Like Ravenloft, like in my mind, is like this dark.
Yeah.
Always overcast, you know what I mean? Almost like rainy mud, you know what I mean? Really dark. You're always in it like you never have a sunlight. It's always like 7 o'clock at night, right? Going to the midnight. That's the feel, and I get the same kind of like visual of Dimgaard. Is that's the same kind of like lots of disease. There's dangers, both natural and like unnatural.
There are very few true heroes in Dimgaard, right? There's
exactly. So that's the feel that I get.
Yeah, it's very film noir. Yeah, everyone has their own selfish reasons for doing the thing. Even if it seems like they're doing something good, there's usually a selfish motivation beneath it. Yeah.
And like the vampires of Ravenloft have been replaced by the Fae. And their motivations are very similar, right? They want to have this resource, which is just the commoners, and they want to like use them for their own ends.
Yeah,
and that's it's really like it's very nice, very very like in terms of the story, it's very involving because you can actually like, at least to me, you can imagine yourself in that world because there's a lot of like kind of texture that you gain through story. It's just like sometimes for the like noobs, like people that have not played D&D, some of the encounters can be overwhelming.
Yeah,
because like I think that our characters are pretty optimized, and even us have like a very hard time some of the times. Like we feel like, okay, we're gonna die in here, and then something happens and we survive, right? But like the people that are not very experienced, they don't like try to optimize their characters. They might have a like little bit of like oh shit moments a lot.
Okay.
But the story,
I need to address a couple of things with Jason here, and then I'm going to have to call it a night. So Jason, you see how everybody else on the Roll20 they have their character name and then in parentheses their name.
Okay.
Yeah. If you click on the gear in the upper right hand corner, it says display name, and that's where you do that. And then on your character sheet,
Nick.
So you
can change Nick in the Discord too.
You want us to call you Wacky Boys? We can if you want us to. But, and then in the on your character sheet, there's a place to attach a picture.
I'll find them.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be done right now. So find something you want to use as a token on the Roll20 board, and attach it to your character sheet.
By the way, there won't be anything like really fancy because I doubt many people draw kobold gunslingers that I can steal.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it just needs to be something that you can identify with. And that's like if you look at Evans, it's some sort of a cartoony thing. I think from I don't know what that's from.
Is there anything you want to tell me that I need to know about character creation? Because I sent you the starting draft for my character background, and I've got the character sheet completed. And this is just a fun thing, but I'm probably going to have the monk utterly refuse to carry any sort of magical item that's a weapon. Just as a fun character trait.
By the way, will there be magical guns?
Probably not. No.
Did you ever hear about this Reddit story where a group found this item that it was a ring, and it would cancel magic on whoever wore the ring. They won't be able to use magic.
That would be absolutely amazing.
The ring, it would be canceled. So the gunslinger had the brilliant idea to buy cannonballs that the spellcaster in the party would shrink, and then he would fire these now shrunken cannonballs as normal bullets, but once they left the gun, which was now welded to this ring, they would turn into normal-sized cannonballs.
That would be interesting, yeah.
It was some sort of Reddit story from a tabletop campaign, but it made me laugh.
By the way, if my kobold wore like a cowboy hat, would that mitigate the sunlight sensitivity at all?
No, because it's not just him; it's his target. Yeah, if his target's is in sunlight, then he suffers disadvantage as well.
What if you wore a big enough cowboy hat that it encompassed his enemy as well?
That's a big hat. Yeah, you'd be happy.
20 feet all around.
Colossal size hat.
way more than him.
Hunter, can you export your monk now, by the way?
Oh yeah, I already tried it. I mentioned in the Discord I got it out.
Oh, okay. All right. And Hunter, when were you wanting to play on Sundays, or are you wanting to play on Thursdays?
Well, I played for Thursday.
You were wanting to play Thursday? Okay. But let me get you.
If you still got space for Sunday, I could, I guess.
So Sunday is level 12 now, right? Because
yes,
last session was level 11.
Sunday is level 12. Yeah. So on Sunday, looks like you're going to take you would take us to 6, which is okay. I'm okay with 6. Yeah. If you wanted to play on Sunday.
No, it sounds like you guys got enough for Sunday. I'll think about it. I have a kind of complicated schedule, so I'll see if it'll work in the next couple months.
Thursday, I think it's the same. I think you're going to take us to 6 on Thursday. Let me look. We had a player on Thursday who was not showing up.
Don't we only have 4?
Yeah, so Jason will take us to 5, and if Hunter wanted to join on Sunday...
Oh, Jason is joining. Yeah. Okay.
Jason's bringing in a Cobalt fighter.
Okay. Gunslinger.
Cobalt Gunslinger, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I couldn't find the Gunslinger thing in the Roll20 character sheet.
Now, Gunslinger, is it like a class? Like one of the arcane classes? Like Unearthed Arcana classes? Or is it like...
It comes from DM's Guild.
It's homebrew. Yeah. I can link you to it if you would like.
No. I just want to... Because I made the Gunslinger Paladin.
That's one of Matt Coville's, right?
That was freaking funny.
That's one of Matt Coville's? Is he the one who wrote that? Gunslinger? I think so. He's the one who
I made the.
He's the one who does the DM for Critical Role. I think he's the one who did Gunslinger. If I remember right.
Matt Mercy, yeah, he made a Gunslinger.
Yeah.
Gunslinger, but it wasn't with the Gunslinger. It was actually Paladin with the crossbow expert, and I made him look like and play like Van Helsing. So it was a demon hunter.
I think Blood Hunter, actually, I think it was.
Blood Hunter is different. That's a whole other class.
Yeah.
Oh, he made another one?
And that had the crossbow expert. So he had the 2 hand crossbows that he used. And he was kind of like a gunslinger, right? Because but he was kind of playing like a Van Helsing, you know. He had a crossbow in the offhand and a like rapier in his main hand. Or 2 crossbows. So I didn't know if you had something with a like crossbow master or was like something different.
No, it's the Gunslinger is different. Yeah, they can craft their own firearms and and ammo.
Yeah, I didn't have that. We were playing within the player handbook rules.
And they have this thing called a misfire chance, where if you roll that number or lower, then you break your gun. It's a pretty
crap.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting class. I've had a few people think about playing it, but I've never had anyone actually play it in one of my campaigns.
So what's the revolver? That gets rid of the loading.
Well, each gun will have a load number on it, and that's how many times you can use it before you have to reload. Like a Derringer is 1, or I think there's a shotgun that has 2, and then a revolver has 6.
And how long does it take to reload?
One round, right? Or one action.
Yeah, it's an action to reload.
All 6 bullets?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the reload is. Let
me make sure of that.
Hunter, you should have just gotten a link to the Dimgaard game, so you can export and import your character there. And that's going to be it for me, guys. I will see some of you on Thursday.
So we're at level 12 now?
Yes, level 12. Yeah, and
awesome.
Some of you on Thursday and some of you next Sunday. I enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, take care, man.
Right. See ya.
Bye.